Good afternoon. I hope your day is going well. I'm sitting here in a Claas Lexion 750. Today I'm going to teach you how to drive this Claas Lexion, how to operate it. Let's get straight into it. Okay, so we're going to start off with the view of the combine. So you have your table here, steering wheel, you got your monitor, you got your how do I say this? It's like what you call it? It's what makes you go forward and what makes you go back. That's basically what it is. I don't know, maybe a gear, I guess. And then here's all your different buttons, which are going to show you what it does now. You've got your keyhole, got your radio for communication, got a bunch of other things up there, on switches, radio switches, aircon, and you got your chair. And yeah, okay, let's get into it. Okay, so I'm going to start off with this because this is the main feature of the combine. If you don't have this, you can't drive the combine. So this is your table, which is that, your table up, click that, it goes up, click that, it goes down. Then over here on top you have your auger out, auger in. Actually, this is auger in, that's auger out, but yeah, you get the point. Just to set your wheat table or your corn or soybean table or whatever. Then this is if you got auto steer in the combine, which we don't use it. So you can just, it's easy access, just click it and your combine just starts auto steering. This is to stop your header or table. We call it a table. People normally call it a header, but anyway, this is where you just like emergency stop your header, or just stop if you really want to use it. I mean, it's an easy access. Okay, then we move on to these buttons. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, this little button here, so it moves your table like that and like that. So if you're working on a slope, you can just adjust your table's angle as you want. So then as you get to these buttons, so this is just to scroll these menus up here, so you can scroll through them, and if you click here, then you get a bunch of other menus that you can go into. And I won't really show you much of this because it's just boring cosmetic stuff that you'll end up figuring out once you got the combine. So you can just look through the menus, all different types of menus. This is for your header, this is for your engine and what you call it inside the actual combine. This is just a combine, shows the stats and whatever, so on. So this little knob, this is your, we don't use that because it's wheat. This is, these are there's like the sifts at the back of your combine. Then you move on to this, that's feed rake belt, which the feed rake belt runs the whole table. It's on the outside of the combine. You got to set that speed, so you can either have your combine going, the table going really fast, or you could set it slower, or however you guys do it. Then this is your what do you call it? I forgot the name of it, but you got to set your speed here as well, and it kind of works in tandem with this feed rake belt. Over here is just your lighting system on the inside. Oh, it's actually just a lighting system of the screen, so at night you can dim it and whatnot. There's also a dark mode on the screen, which is quite cool. Oh, wrong thing. Over here is your blower, so you can set your blower to however much you need it to blow and clean out your combine or your millies or your wheat or whatever you planted. And yeah, that's basically about it. Then this is just another button that you can use to navigate the menus. This is also escape button, obviously everyone knows what that does. And information, you just click it. Okay, maybe it doesn't work now. It does work, but I don't know exactly what it does. Anyway, I've never used it, to be honest with you. Anyway, let's move on. So this is where we got onto the actual parts of the combine. So this, if you hold this and do that and then pull it up, that will start your combine, the back of your combine. That'll actually start, like, you know what I mean, it starts the back of your combine. Then you carry on, you go to the front, this starts your header. Then over here is your header lock. over here is, so this button is required. You have to have this on. So if it's like that, it's not going to work. But if it's like this, then your table or your header can tilt. So then you move on. This is your gears. So in order to change gears, you got to hold in your brake, and then you can change them. And you can't change your gears while you're driving. That's just your parking brake, and this is your speed. So it's like it's just your acceleration. So it's tortoise, half acceleration, and full acceleration. Then this is just your grain tank, open and close. I'm just going to show you guys the logistics now. So this is it. So if you pull this up, let me just stop here. So if you pull this up, yeah, it makes a noise, and then just, there we go, combine started. So now I can start combining. But now, before we start combining, we need to start at the table. So to start up the table, do the same thing. Take it down, pull it up, table starts. Okay, cool. So now you're ready to carry on. So now we hold this thing forward, which means you're going forward. And if you want to go stop it, you just put it back. There it's in neutral. Then you can do that to go backwards, and then there it's in neutral again. So let's get into the land, and I can show you guys more. Okay, so as we approach the land, we're going to need to speed it up, because it has to be on full acceleration in order to process the minis properly. So now as we speed it up, we just get into the land properly. Okay, now that we are in the land, just lower the table a bit. I'll show you guys nicely everything now. I just want to get into the land. Okay, so now that we're properly in the land, now I can show you guys stuff. So as I'm driving forward, this lift my table up. So if I click it, you guys can see it lift up. If I push the down one, you can see my table going down, which is yeah, cool. Let me now drive skew here. Okay, then we move on to the top, which is up here. So now you just got your radio that you listen to music with, and then you have your light switches. All your light switches are over there. Then you have your aircon. It's quite simple, just on your normal aircon, average aircon. All your lightings, that's your beacon light for when your grain tank is to 70%. Then that's just your road mode and your emergency lights. So when you go on the road, you have something to do, because you know big equipment does not like the road. You know, you can't really see nicely, but it is a track machine. So yeah. Then if you look behind me, you see the grain tank. You can't exactly see in there nicely. It's a bit dirty, but there, that's about it. And then what is quite cool about these combines is that I'll show you guys now, is that if you look under the seat, you will see a fridge, which is filled with boxes right now. But so I'm trying to concentrate and drive. I mean, I'm trying to drive and film at the same time. It's a bit difficult. So that is a fridge, which is quite cool. So you can keep your food and stuff warm, cool, so it doesn't go off, and you can have some nice ice cold water whenever you want, which is quite nice. Okay, so now on the monitor, so you can see down there, it shows 28 tons an hour. When it gets to, let's say, 50, then this combine is working at full capacity. I'm obviously driving a bit slow, so I can video for you guys, because it's not easy to drive fast and straight at the same time. Anyway, yeah, so that means when the combine's full capacity. And you can also flip screens, so that 56%, 58, 9% you see on the screen is the capacity of the combine. So now as I get to the end of the land, all I'm going to do is just wait for these few minutes to go through the combine. Tedious job. Anyway, as I get to the end of the land, what I'm going to do is hold this, lift up the table, and then off you go to find your next row. Oh, my grain tank just filled up 100%, augers out. I kick this button, there he is. We're going to unload now. Let's just go see the damage quickly, because I filled it too full. Okay, that's not too bad. Flowing over the top there, but we're alright. Hey, okay. Right, let's start unloading. So now we're gonna click this button. Here we go. Unloading at its finest. Let's go. Okay, cool. Let's put it up speed so we can get it unloading quicker. Yeah, it's about the max it can go. So we're just waiting for it to unload. Yeah, I'll show you guys the back here. It's full. We filled this tank properly. So yeah. There we go, 70%. It should be coming down by the window by now. You'll see now, and there you see the light. Cool. To stop unloading, you click the exact same button. So it's quite simple. I just finished unloading. I didn't show you guys, but there you can see the augers folded away. So to click auger fold away, you click that button, it just folds away the auger. And there you can see the other combines busy working. Yeah, so now I'm just gonna go, I'm gonna turn around, I'm gonna go into this land, and we're gonna carry on with the job. Okay, so let me just show you now that we got a different header or table on, I can show you what this thing does. So if I push it this way, you can see that thing moves out. And if I push it backwards towards me, it moves in. So that is just basically your header controls. So that's basically about it for this combine. There's nothing much to it, just quite easy. I will just add a bit in the end of the video, or maybe make a new video, because we have another combine similar to this, except the only difference is this. Let me show you guys. So this is the only difference. This is a bit of a newer model. So that one on the other combine is like a bit of a stick. It looks like, I don't know if you guys know, maybe you've probably seen the John Deere's stick and stuff. It looks similar to what that looks like. So yeah, that's about wraps up this video. Hope you enjoyed it, hope you learned something, and yeah, thanks for watching.